An archivist is a professional with expertise in the management of records of enduring value. This definition, by the Society of American Archivists, is certainly an accurate one, but the richness, depth, and diversity of this profession is best described with real-life examples of archival careers from both the past and the present.
For those interested in this profession, it is important to note that a graduate-level education is required for most entry-level positions, and a PhD is often required for higher-ranking positions in academic institutions. Archivists work with many types of information-bearing documents. Understanding the historical context of these materials is a vital responsibility that requires an individual with a well-rounded education and exceptional research skills. In general, an archivist needs to be analytical and logical while still retaining the creative capability to solve unique organizational problems. For now, let's put these technical issues aside and take a look at 5 successful archivists that have applied creative and purpose-driven variations to their professional roles in society.
Kimberly Keaton is a nationally published writer, art librarian, genealogy curator, and African American community archivist, working in the city of Austin, Texas. Keaton is an example of an archival professional that has bridged the gap between librarian and archivist in order to better serve her local community. Archivists like Keaton are trained to recognize information gaps in our society's historical record that effectively erase the histories of underrepresented minorities. In this type of role, the archivist will actively seek out archival materials in their area that document the life of underrepresented peoples and their culture.
Dr. Michelle Caswell is an associate professor of archival studies at the University of California, Los Angeles. Her peer-reviewed research on archives, memory, public history, and social justice are highly regarded by academics, and she has been widely cited by professional scholars in a range of fields. Dr. Caswell's work has been instrumental in many ways, but she is primarily known for her introduction of the critical feminist approach to archival studies. Caswell is an excellent example of an archivist working at the top echelon of her field, changing the archival profession by challenging long-held conservative perceptions with new perspectives of justice, equity, and truth.
Dr. Solon Justice Buck, a Harvard graduate, was the second archivist of the United States and the 7th president of the Society of American Archivists. Dr. Buck is credited with drafting the first constitution of the Society of American Archivists, an organization which he helped to create in 1936. He was also instrumental in establishing archival work as a distinct field, separating it from its earlier sister profession of history. Dr. Buck's leadership was well-focused and persistent, and his work helped form the foundation of modern archival practice.
Margaret Norton is a legend in the archival field. She was the first Illinois state archivist in 1922, and she was a founding member of the Society of American Archivists, serving as the organization's 4th president from 1943 to 1945. Through her work and her many professional essays and presentations, Norton promoted the economic value of archival management to both government and corporate entities. Her lifelong advocacy and devotion to the profession paved the way not only for archivists and records managers, but also for women's rights and gender equality in the workplace.
Charlo Wilson is the first archivist for the Black experience at Northwestern University. Wilson earned her credentials with hard work and multiple graduate degrees, but she takes special pride in serving in a role that was created by student activists demanding respect for Black culture and the contributions this culture has made to Northwestern University. Wilson merged her knowledge of African American history with her modern archival digitization skills to build the university's Black History collection while educating and advocating for racial equity and social justice in higher education.
Archivists have real value in today's information-driven society, and the world is starting to recognize their importance. As digital technologies increase the capacity to create and store records, archival professionals will be needed to organize, manage, and preserve these documents. The U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics predicts that the employment of archivists will increase by 11% from 2019 to 2029, a rate much higher than the average for all occupations. The 2019 median pay for an archivist is $23.97 an hour, but this compensation will vary substantially based upon the location of the position and the skills of the archivist. In a world that is increasingly creating, storing, and manipulating data, the future looks bright for those that specialize in the management of evidentiary and informational records.